Malik doesn't wait until morning. He opens a new tab right then, and this time his search is more specific. Commercial diving schools near me. The results surprise him. There aren't hundreds scattered across every city like culinary schools or community colleges. There are a select few, specialized institutions, some tucked along coastlines, others near industrial ports, each one built specifically to turn ordinary people into certified professionals capable of working in one of the most demanding environments on Earth. He clicks into the first one, then the second, then a third, and slowly, a picture starts forming in his mind of what this training actually looks like. Commercial diving school, he learns, isn't a 4-year commitment. It isn't even a 2-year one. Most programs run anywhere from a few months to about a year, depending on the specialization. That alone catches his attention. A career capable of 6-figure earning potential, built in a fraction of the time it takes to earn a traditional degree. But he also learns quickly that faster doesn't mean easier. If anything, it means the training is compressed, intense, and unforgiving of hesitation. He starts reading through admission requirements, and this is where the romanticized version of the profession starts meeting reality. Most schools require students to be at least 18 years old, holding a high school diploma or equivalent. That part feels familiar, almost comforting. But then he sees something that makes him sit up straighter. Nearly every serious program requires applicants to already know how to swim and swim well. Not survival-level paddling, but strong, confident swimming, because in this profession, water isn't an obstacle to avoid. It's the workplace itself. Then comes something bigger, the medical examination. Malik reads carefully because this part isn't a formality. It's a gatekeeper. Before anyone is allowed to train as a commercial diver, they must pass a rigorous dive medical exam, evaluating cardiovascular health, lung function, hearing, vision, and overall physical resilience. Doctors check for conditions that could become dangerous or even fatal under pressure, literally. Because when the human body descends underwater, it experiences forces most people never have to think about in daily life. Blood vessels, lungs, sinuses, and eardrums all respond to pressure changes. And if something is medically wrong beneath the surface, there's often no quick way to fix it. Help isn't a hospital down the street. Help is a slow, careful ascent, and sometimes even that isn't fast enough. Malik feels a small chill reading this. This isn't like other trade careers where the biggest risk is a sore back or a minor injury. This is a profession where medical fitness is directly tied to survival. That's when he understands why physical conditioning is treated so seriously in this industry. It's not about looking strong. It's about functioning safely under pressure, cardiovascular endurance to handle physically taxing tasks, strength to manage heavy equipment and tools underwater, and stamina to stay focused during long, demanding dives. Diving instructors, he learns, often push students hard physically before they ever let them near real depth, because a diver who tires quickly, panics easily, or lacks control over their breathing becomes a liability to themselves and everyone around them. Malik starts to realize this isn't just a job he'd be learning. It's a complete transformation of the body and mind required to enter it safely. Then his research shifts towards something practical, something that immediately grounds his excitement in reality. Cost. He opens a spreadsheet because if he's serious about this, he needs actual numbers, not vague estimates. He starts searching tuition costs for commercial diving programs, and the figures vary, but a pattern emerges. Programs typically range from several $1,000s on the lower end to well over $20,000 for more comprehensive, advanced training that includes specialized certifications like underwater welding or saturation diving preparation. That number alone makes him pause. It's not pocket change. But then he remembers the entry-level salaries he saw earlier, and the number stops feeling like a wall and starts feeling like an investment. Still, he knows tuition is only part of the picture. He starts listing everything else a student needs to prepare for. Diving equipment, some of which schools provide, but often requiring students to purchase or rent personal gear suited to their size and needs. Housing, especially for students who need to relocate near a training facility, sometimes for months at a time. Transportation to and from the school, particularly for programs located outside major cities. Certification fees, separate from tuition, required to obtain official commercial diving credentials recognized across the industry. And then it's late. The kind of late where the rest of the city has gone quiet. But one screen is still glowing in a small room, and behind it sits a young man named Malik. He's not gaming. He's not scrolling for entertainment. He's searching for something bigger. An answer to a question that has been keeping him up for weeks. What if the life he wants isn't found in a classroom, but underwater? It starts with a simple search. 3 words typed into a blank bar. Commercial diver salary. Malik doesn't expect much. Maybe a number. Maybe a shrug-worthy figure that confirms what everyone always told him. That real money takes decades, degrees, and luck. But what appears on his screen stops him cold. Because even at entry level, commercial divers are pulling in numbers that most people spend years climbing toward in other industries. Malik leans in closer. He rereads it just to be sure his eyes aren't playing tricks on him. Beginners. People brand new to this world. Already earning what looks like a serious, stable income. Not pocket change, not an internship stipend, but real money that can change a life. He opens another tab. Then another. He wants proof, not hype. And the more he digs, the more consistent the story becomes. This isn't some rare exception hiding in a forum post. This is an entire industry quietly rewarding people who are willing to do something most others fear. Descend beneath the surface of the ocean and work where sunlight barely reaches. Malik starts comparing. Entry-level pay on one side, experienced diver salaries on the other. And that's where the real shock hits him. The gap isn't just noticeable, it's staggering. Divers with a few years of specialized experience are earning figures that dwarf what most 4-year degree paths promise after graduation. It's not a slow, steady climb. It's a steep, aggressive curve upward, and it seems to reward skill, certification, and grit far more than it rewards paperwork. He sits back for a moment, processing. This industry doesn't ask how many years you sat in a classroom. It asks what you can survive, what you can build, and what you can fix 30, 60, 100 feet below the waves. Then he sees a term he doesn't recognize. Underwater welding. Malik pauses. Welding, he understands. Underwater, he understands. But the two combined? He clicks. What unfolds is almost cinematic. Men and women in heavy dive gear, sparks glowing beneath dark water, fusing metal in an environment engineered to kill anything unprepared for it. Sounds like fiction, but it's very real and very necessary. Ships need repairs. Pipelines need mending. Underwater structures corrode, crack, and fail, and someone has to go down and fix them before disaster strikes. And that someone gets paid extraordinarily well for it. Malik reads that underwater welders are considered among the highest paid skilled trade workers on the planet. Not because the job is glamorous. It's dangerous, physically brutal, and mentally demanding. But because so few people are qualified, trained, and brave enough to do it. Scarcity plus danger plus skill equals a price tag most office jobs could never match. He starts to feel something shift inside him. It's not just curiosity anymore. It's the early spark of a decision. He keeps digging, and now he wants to understand where these divers actually work. That search leads him straight into the world of offshore diving. A term he's heard before but never truly understood. Suddenly Malik is looking at massive oil rigs standing in open ocean, structures so large they look like small floating cities. Beneath these giants lies a maze of pipelines, cables, and support systems that must be inspected, repaired, and maintained constantly. And it's not robots doing all of it. It's people, trained divers descending into darkness, guided by radio communication, tethered to the surface, doing precision work in conditions where one mistake could be catastrophic. He learns about underwater construction. Divers helping build bridges, ports, and foundations that support structures above the waterline that millions of people use every single day without ever thinking about who built them from below. He learns about inspection diving, where professionals examine underwater infrastructure for cracks, corrosion, or weaknesses before they become disasters. He learns about repair and maintenance diving, a non-stop cycle of keeping critical systems alive beneath the surface of oceans, rivers, and harbors around the world. It's an entire hidden economy, existing beneath the world most people see. quietly holding up industries that power modern life. Energy, shipping, construction, defense, and Malik had no idea it was even there. Then comes the number that truly changes everything for him. He finds it stated clearly, backed by multiple sources. Many experienced commercial divers earn more than $100,000 a year. Malik reads that sentence.